Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so
Yes,
much.
ma'am.
So good morning, class 11D. Let us now begin with the features of a joint stock company. As I had already told you, those who were not there in the previous class, a company is that form of business organization which runs as per the rules and regulations laid by the which act?
Ma'am, the Indian Company Act 2013.
Very nice. Indian Companies Act, which is an old act but recently amended in the year 2013. Now let us begin with the fresh topic, features of a joint stock company. A company is called a joint stock company, and let us find out what are the features of the joint stock company. What separates it from the cooperative society or partnership or Hindu undivided family or sole proprietorship, what we have studied in the previous parts of the chapter. So you just confirm, are you able to see the board clearly?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes.
So let us look at the features of any company, a joint stock company. As suggested, a joint stock company is an artificial person. Like I am a human being, I can have my own PAN card, I can have my own bank account, I can have my own signatures as per my desire. In the similar way, a company also enjoys all the benefits of being a person. Like a human being has legal rights, in the similar way a company also has certain legal rights. If you want, you can note down these points. Features, first one is artificial person. A company is an artificial person because it enjoys all the rights. It enjoys all the rights of a person, of a human being, of a person. It can have an own bank account. Like I have my own bank account, it will be called as Namiha's bank account. In the similar way, XYZ Private Limited's bank account. So it can have a bank account. It can have a PAN card also. Like I will have my own PAN card. In the similar way, there can be a PAN card for a company also. And there has to be a signature. What do we call that? We call that a common seal that we will talk about in the coming portions. One more thing, if I do wrong, I can be sued legally. In the similar way, if somebody does wrong against a company as a person can sue that fellow, or some else fellow can also sue the company in the eyes of law. कोई लीगल इल्ज़ाम कंपनी पर भी हो सकता है, and company can also sue somebody if they do any wrong thing to the company. So a company is treated as an artificial person. It can enjoy all the rights and benefits of being a person. Also, right? Also, it can be sued. It can be sued like any normal human being. Next point. Simar, help me out with reading what is the second point. If you are able to see the board.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Point number 2. Prisha.
Separate legal entity.
Yes, why did you take so long? A company is a separate legal entity. Like I told you, a company can sue somebody and can be sued upon. So both these things apply to a company being a legal entity. A company is framed under certain rules and regulations. A company is framed when it undergoes the process of incorporation that you will study. So the process of incorporation is a legal process. I am a company. XYZ Limited is a company. It is recorded in the books of law. So a company is a separate legal entity. It can sue someone and it can be sued upon. So you can write a company is a separate legal entity. It can sue someone, SUE. Sue means to put a legal allegation, and it can be sued upon under the laws of a country. Under the laws of a country, it can sue somebody and it can be sued upon by someone under the eyes of law. So it is a separate legal entity. And If the company sues someone, it does not mean that the members who are working in the company are also suing someone. Or if somebody is putting any legal allegation on the company, it does not mean it is putting a legal allegation on the shareholders, because a company is an artificial separate person. It is separate, they dealt separately, and its members are dealt separately. अगर XYZ प्राइवेट लिमिटेड ने कुछ गलत काम किया है, if they have done anything which is not under as per the eyes of the law, so XYZ private limited will be called as wrong, not the people who are the owners or who are working in it. So it has a separate legal entity. उसका अपना एक कानूनी existence या legal existence होता है. The third point is formation. Formation of a company is a step-by-step procedure, and since it is a legal entity, there are certain legal formalities which are to be followed when a company is framed up. So for formation, you can write a set of steps are to be followed. A set of steps are to be followed. A set of steps are to be followed when the company is formed. When the company is formed. These are legal and complicated set of steps. These are legal, and because they are so many in number, they are complicated also. So it is not very easy to set up a joint stock company. It is a rather complicated task. This certificate and that certificate, and then promoters are to be there, then a prospectus, legal prospectus has to be issued, then the shares are opened up in the open market, and then they are purchased by the shareholders, and then the working of the company starts. So the formation is a little lengthy and a little complicated process, although it is a legal process. Fourth point, it has a perpetual succession. Perpetual succession means it is a continuous process. It is a continuous process. So you can write a company is formed for perpetual succession of business. A company is formed for perpetual succession. Continuous succession means running. For a perpetual succession of business. It means if any owner or shareholder or manager dies, or if some new person comes into existence, or if some old owner leaves the company, it has got nothing to do with the legal running of the company. The company will continue to run in its work as it was doing before. किसी के भी आने से और किसी के भी जाने से कंपनी की वर्किंग पे कोई लीगल इफेक्ट नहीं पड़ता है. It has a perpetual succession, means it has a continuous succession. Are you able to understand these first 4 points? A company is
Yes,
a
ma'am.
person. Yes. What are you saying?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Now, a company is an artificial person. As a human being, it is treated. It can have all the legal documents, a PAN card, a bank account, everything in its own name. A company is a separate legal entity, means businessman is different and his business is different. Remember what you studied in accounts, separate legal entity, owner फर्क होता है और owner का business different होता है. I as a human being, I am whatever is my name, and my business is known by the name it holds. So it has a separate legal entity. The third point is formation. There are set of long and lengthy process which involves how is the company to be formed, then the legal formalities which are to be performed, and later on a certificate of incorporation is issued. But that is a lengthy and a complicated process. The formation of joint stock company is rather difficult. Next is it has a perpetual succession of business. A company has a continuous running. It has a intensity, or it has an intention of continuous running. Any company which is set up, it is set up for a continuous motion. So it has a perpetual succession. Any new shareholder is added, or any old shareholder dies or leaves the company, it has got nothing to do with the running of the company. Company किसी भी shareholder या किसी भी owner के आने और जाने से अपना working change नहीं करती, it continues. It cannot be stopped. Next point is control. Now, control of a company, you write down, control of the company lies in the hands of shareholders and directors. Please write, control of the joint stock company lies in the hands of shareholders and directors. You know the term board of directors. Board of directors had a meeting. There was an AGM, annual general meeting of this company limited, of that company limited. So there are shareholders and then there is a board of directors which include the directors of the company. Please also write, shareholders can be of two types. Equity shareholders and preferential shareholders. This is not there in your book. Kindly note it down from here so that you know it better. You need to have a deep knowledge because there will be multiple choice questions in the exam. So control is done by shareholders and directors. Or directors of the board of directors, the highly qualified officials who are appointed as to be the directors of the company. And that group is called the board of directors. And to that there is a chairperson who heads the board of directors. Now comes the next one. Shareholder. Who are the shareholders? The capital. You understand the concept of capital of a company? The money with which the business runs. The capital in any joint stock company is raised through the medium of shares. And those who purchase the shares are called the shareholders. You see, people dealing with Bombay Stock Exchange, National Stock Exchange, I buy shares, I sell shares. Nowadays many apps are also available, no? Right swipe this particular share, so you buy it and all that. So these are the shareholders. Who buy shares of any joint stock company becomes a shareholder. Who is a shareholder? A shareholder is an owner. Now there can be two types of shareholders. Equity shareholders and preferential shareholders. When the company runs, it is running. Now when the company stops its functioning, जो preferential shareholders होते हैं, they get a preference. Preference customers होते हैं ना, you are my privileged customer, you are my golden card holder customer. Like this we have nowadays. So the preferential shareholders are the one who get a little more advantage of getting back their capital when the company is liquidated or when the company closes. So preferential shareholders के पास कंपनी के क्लोज होने के टाइम ज़्यादा बेनिफिट्स होते हैं. Whereas for the day-to-day running of any company, equity shareholders are more important. Equity shareholders are the actual owners of any company, and the one who is an owner has all the control also. If I am the owner of my house, I know what to do in my house and everything is to be done through my permission. So whatever new is to be done into any company, it is to be decided with the collaboration of equity shareholders and the board of directors. It is just that preferential shareholders get a little extra preference when it comes to terms of dividend. Dividend is the return for which they get for the money invested. And the owners, the equity owners have a little more liability. If the company bears losses or if the company liquidates or comes to an end, then the equity shareholders who are the actual owners also have to be paid last. अगर पैसा बचता है at the time of liquidation, then we pay to equity shareholders. Otherwise, sometimes they have to bear the loss. So they have a little extra liability to shoulder. I hope you got the difference between equity and preference shareholders. And then there are board of directors. They are together holding the control of any joint stock company. Next point, liability. You can write the liability of owners of a joint stock company. The liability of owners of a joint stock company is limited to the extent of shares held by them. Is limited to the extent of shares held by them. What is a common seal? Common seal means a stamp. Now our company is called a person, but it does not have hands. How will it sign? When it is a legal document, it needs signature. If it is a check, it needs signature. Then you cannot ask the company building to sign. For that purpose, they have a common seal. It is a stamp. It is a stamp, a legal stamp of the company. उस पे लोगो बना हो सकता है, कुछ और भी लिखा हो सकता है. To be put on any legal document to be called as a company's document. So a common seal is a stamp. A common seal is a stamp which is to be applied on all the legal documents of a company. A stamp. Next point is risk bearing of shareholders. Like I told you, the shareholders bear risk only to the extent till where they are the owners. जितने अमाउंट उन्होंने कैपिटल में इन्वेस्ट कर रखा है सिर्फ उतने ही एक्सटेंट तक उनकी लायबिलिटी होती है. पार्टनरशिप की तरह अनलिमिटेड लायबिलिटी नहीं होती है. सो रिस्क बेयरिंग ऑफ शेयर होल्डर्स, द रिस्क इज लिमिटेड टू द एक्सटेंट ऑफ शेयर्स. The risk bearing is limited to the extent of shares purchased by the shareholders. And the last point is transfer of shares. Titleship transfer हो सकती है, ownership transfer हो सकती है. If I purchase 100 shares of Reliance India Limited and tomorrow I see that I am getting profit, I will sell away those shares in the stock market, and whoever buys them, I don't know, I don't need to know. The other person will become the owner. So there is transfer of shares or transfer of ownership, very easily done through the stock market for a joint stock company. Have you noted down all these 9 points?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Is there any confusion with any point? All right. Let us quickly move ahead to the merits. Now, because they are in continuation, I wish to do it. I hope you are able to see the board. Okay. First of all, limited liability. You quickly write down. First merit is they have a limited liability. Limited to the extent of shares. किसी भी कंपनी में मेरी ओनरशिप सिर्फ उतनी ही है जितने पैसों के शेयर्स मैंने उस कंपनी के परचेज कर रखे हैं. सो दे हैव अ लिमिटेड लायबिलिटी. दिस इज वन ऑफ द मेरिट्स. अनलाइक पार्टनरशिप, द शेयर होल्डर्स हैव अ लिमिटेड लायबिलिटी. सेकंड पॉइंट, ट्रांसफर ऑफ इंटरेस्ट. Like I told you, I am a shareholder. Tomorrow somebody else can be the shareholder and I may not be a shareholder of any company. If I buy a share of a company, I become the owner. If I sell the shares of the company, I lose my ownership. So this transfer of interest can be done through buying and selling of shares through stock market. Bombay Stock Exchange, National Stock Exchange, right? BSE, NSE, Sensex, Nifty, different प्लेटफॉर्म्स पर स्टॉक्स जो है, शेयर्स जो है वो ट्रेड किए जाते हैं. नेक्स्ट पॉइंट इज परपेचुअल एक्सिस्टेंस. यू हैव ऑलरेडी डिस्कस्ड इट. अ कंपनी हैज अ परपेचुअल एक्सिस्टेंस, अ कंटिन्यूअस एक्सिस्टेंस till the time it is dissolved or till the time it is liquidated. Sorry, for dissolve we use the word with partnership. For company it is called as liquidation. So it has a perpetual existence, means it has a continuous existence. The next point says more scope for expansion. As much shares can be sold, the higher is the price of any share, more is the capital into the business. So there is greater scope for expansion as compared to partnership or other business, because जितने ज़्यादा shares sell होंगे उतनी ज़्यादा capital हमें receive हो सकती है. There is a point called authorized capital. Only till the extent, ऐसा नहीं कि कितने भी पैसे raise कर सकते हैं. Only to the extent of authorized capital, any joint stock company can raise. For example, if at the time of starting I decided that my authorized capital will be rupees 5 crore, it means I can have maximum capital till rupees 5 crore. If I have to increase the amount of capital, I will have to increase my authorized capital. How is it done? That is another. Professional management. There is a set of managers, there is a set of board of directors which run the companies, and therefore it has a professional team of management of the company. Please note down all these 5 points. They are just a repeat of what you studied in features. That is why we have discussed it. We are not taking up limitations today. Have you noted it down?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes,
fine.
ma'am.
All right. So thank you so much for joining.